Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel English Grammar for You. I hope you have enjoyed the previous video. Please continue to watch.
Once upon a time, in a quaint little village, there lived a clever crow named Charlie. Charlie was known throughout the village for his wit and intelligence. He was always on the lookout for tasty treats and interesting objects to collect. One hot summer day, while flying around the village, Charlie spotted a large pot sitting in the courtyard of a house. The pot was filled with water and had a narrow neck. The villagers used it to store water and keep it cool during the scorching days. As Charlie descended to take a closer look, he realized that the pot was almost empty, and he was feeling quite thirsty himself. The clever crow came up with a brilliant idea. He decided to use his intelligence to quench his thirst. Charlie noticed some small stones lying nearby, and he had a thought. He picked up one of the stones with his beak and dropped it into the pot. To his delight, he heard a faint plunk sound as the stone hit the water. Charlie picked up another stone and dropped it into the pot. Plunk! It made another satisfying sound, and the water level rose a little higher. The clever crow repeated the process over and over, dropping one stone after another into the pot. Each time, the water level rose slightly, and the crow's excitement grew. As he continued dropping stones, Charlie could feel his thirst slowly being quenched. He had discovered a way to bring the water within his reach. The villagers passing by noticed the clever crow's antics and stopped to watch in awe. They had never seen a bird using tools before, and they were amazed by Charlie's intelligence. However, as the water level in the pot increased, Charlie realized that his beak wasn't long enough to reach the water. He needed to come up with another plan to reach his goal. After a moment of pondering, he spotted some twigs lying nearby. Charlie picked up the twigs, one by one, and carefully dropped them into the pot. As the twigs floated on the water's surface, he had yet another clever idea. He started placing small pebbles and twigs on top of the floating twigs, building a makeshift platform within the pot. Slowly but steadily, he created a structure that allowed him to stand on the floating objects and reach the water. Once the platform was sturdy enough, Charlie hopped on and took a refreshing drink from the pot. The villagers who had gathered around erupted in cheers and applause. They were in awe of Charlie's intelligence and problem-solving skills. From that day on, the story of the clever crow and the pot spread throughout the village and beyond. Charlie became a symbol of wit and intelligence, and the villagers never looked at crows the same way again. They learned to appreciate the intelligence and resourcefulness of these remarkable birds. And so, the clever crow, Charlie, lived happily in the village, admired and respected by all, continuing to entertain and inspire everyone with his ingenuity and wisdom. The pot, which once held only water, now held the memory of an extraordinary encounter with a remarkable bird. Here are some grammar lessons we can learn from the story of the crow and the pot. 1. Nouns. A noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. In the story, some nouns are crow, pot, forest, morning, food, water, beak, and ground. 2. Verbs. A verb is a word that expresses an action, state, or occurrence. In the story, some verbs are flying, looking, eat, drink, buried, reach, spill, and lift. 3. Adjectives. An adjective is a word that describes or modifies a noun. In the story, some adjectives are clever, beautiful, sunny, hungry, thirsty, and heavy. 4. Adverbs. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. In the story, there are no adverbs directly mentioned, but potential adverbs could be added to describe how the crow was flying, e.g., gracefully, swiftly. 5. Prepositions. A preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun or pronoun and other words in a sentence. In the story, some prepositions are in, around, for, inside, with, to, and over. 6. Conjunctions. A conjunction is a word that connects words, phrases, or clauses. In the story, there are no conjunctions directly mentioned, but sentences can be constructed using conjunctions, e.g., the crow was hungry, so it searched for food. 7. Pronouns. A pronoun is a word used to replace a noun to avoid repetition. In the story, there are no pronouns directly mentioned, but the pronoun it could be used to refer to the crow, e.g., it tried to turn the pot over. 8. Past tense. The story is written in the past tense, which indicates that the events have already happened. For example, the crow flew, it felt hungry, and the crow tried. 9. Singular and plural. The story uses both singular and plural forms of nouns. For instance, a crow, singular, and pots, plural. 10. Articles. Articles are words used before nouns to specify which noun is being referred to. In the story, the indefinite article a is used before crow, a crow, and pot, a pot. By analyzing the grammar in this story, we can better understand how sentences are constructed, the role of different parts of speech, and how to use them effectively to convey a clear message in writing. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel English Grammar for You.